What's up, guys? Corey the Cool here. Welcome to Motivational Monday. Today we're going to be touching more specifically on music. And I think music is the first thing that we have to touch base on. Songs just evoke such strong emotional response, and it inspires people across the board. It doesn't matter what your background is, your nationality, you know, how you grew up, where you grew up. Music just has a special connection with people. My personal preference for music, I have a huge repertoire to pull from. Some days I listen to metal, some days I listen to rap, some days most days I like my underground techno, my Chicago style, you know, house beat music. My older brother, growing up, would always have all kinds of crazy stuff that you couldn't hear anywhere. It wouldn't be on the radio, so I kind of picked up on that, and now that's my go-to. But no, music is just, it changes your mindset no matter what you're doing, what you're in. You can pick different music to choose what kind of mindset you want to be in, your mood, your perception that you're taking in at the time. It really, you know, hits home when you're driving down the road on a nicer day, and that one song comes on the radio, you know, and you just start jamming out. You're just like, oh my God, yeah! Windows are down, wind's blowing through your hair if you had some, and you just start, you know, rocking out in the car. Or like, you know, you're jam at the bar when you go in the bar, and you know, that every person has that one song. You know, it's 99% everyone's always singing that same song, and they know all the lyrics to it. You know, or, you know, Nicki Minaj, you know, Starships comes on. I mean, okay, that maybe just might be me, but for other people, you know, it could be. It's like certain songs that are there to motivate us. There are tons out there that can do the opposite. You know, they can bring you down. They feel you sad. When that song comes on, you know, it elicits that instant emotion that you know, again, if you have that bad song that comes on, you know, you're just kind of like, why did that song have to come on now? You know, don't play that song. You know, it's universal. Not all songs that, you know, make you unhappy make someone else unhappy. Not all songs that make you happy make someone else happy. That's why I recommend having a huge playlist. Put it on random. Save those good songs, those inspiring moment breaker songs for when you really want them, or you really want to get that pump and that push through. If you're doing that, don't water it down and bland it down with the same thing over and over. Again, if you hit that, you know, you're going for that mile and you have the same playlist at the same time frame, the same song comes on, you know, maybe it's good enough to get you there, but eventually it's just, each person has music that touches them. It's one thing that, like, I can't share certain, like, I can share, this is my song list, you know, this is what motivates me. That won't motivate someone else. Each person has their own list that they have to go by and use. I'm going to leave you two songs. These songs are very emotional to me, and they touch me on the next level, as they say. One of my top emotional songs, and again, this is strictly via personal experience, is, if you ever seen the movie The Rock with Sean Connery. That's a very bad impression, but I do what I gotta do. But The Rock's main theme song, I used to play laser tag a lot back in the day, and that was, you know, one of our huge CDs was the Rock. You know, we'd play that on a normal basis 50,000 times a day. And back then, if you heard the Rock theme, like, you're like, ah, man, this song again. We'd roll through some of the same CDs over and over, and like, it was the worst song ever. Now, when the Rock theme song comes on, which, you know, it's instrumental. You know, it's one of those songs that, like, there's no way this song motivates somebody else. But when it comes on and I hear it, like, it hits. Like, it motivates me. It brings me back to one of those games of laser tag, and oh man, like I said, I can't even tell you how much it motivates me. And you know, you listen to it and you'll be like, this is not good, this is kind of stupid. But those are the exact songs that elicit the emotion that you need at the exact time. And I don't always listen to it. You know, if I'm going for that, you know, I'm trying to break my 1 mile marker, you know, when I run, or I'm going for 3 or 4 miles, and I start to lose some energy, you know, I go to it then. I'll pull that out of my bag and use that. And again, I don't want to use it all the time. I don't want to ruin that connection that I have with it and dumb it down. So that's one of my go-to songs. And it works for any of my Laser Storm songs. That's just one of them. I'm just going to give you that one song right now. Maybe later on I'll give you another one. And the opposite end of the spectrum. I have the sad song. The song that, like, elicits emotion. Hardcore. Like, even just talking about it now, I can feel it, you know, just bringing up raw emotion. Aerosmith, a song called Crying. See, I can't even talk about it. It's that emotional. If it ever comes on, which I've heard it at a bar, like it strikes you and you can't even talk about it. You know, it's rough. Backstory about it is, my dad, who passed away when I was young, used to sit in our basement and listen to the song all the time. That was one of them, and he would literally just sit down there and like he'd blare music, and like he'd do that song multiple times, and you just hear it all the time. And so like anytime you hear that song now, it just instantly brings you back to that moment. Sometimes you even harness those to get yourself pumped up, to do whatever it is that you need to get motivated for. Sometimes you can't, sometimes you can. But those are just two songs that elicit the wide range of good and bad in music. And again, these are all specific to you. These were mine, and I don't ever expect them to be the same for someone else. But they can be. So on that note, Motivational Monday is through. What I want you to do is, if you want to drop some messages down below, put your playlist in. You know, what are your top 10 songs that you want to listen to? Or you can respond with, what's your best song, what's your worst song? You know, let's share some. But either way, remember, if you want to get pumped up and motivated, music's the easiest and fastest way to do that. Take it easy, guys. Work hard, play hard. Bam.